For nearly 2 decades, LeBron James has captivated the media and fans alike with his unparalleled skill and charisma on the basketball court. As he approaches his 40s, he continues to reign as a dominant force in the NBA landscape. However, amidst the hype and accolades, a shadow looms over LeBron's legacy. Despite his undeniable talent, his path to greatness has been marred by contrived narratives and exaggerated claims. It's time to peel back the layers and explore why LeBron James may just be the most overrated player in the history of the NBA. LeBron James has been praised for supposedly carrying teams to 8 consecutive NBA Finals, which some use to deflect from the fact that he has only won 4 championships in his 20-year career. However, this argument is flawed, as making it to 8 straight finals is not necessarily more impressive than going 6 for 6 in the finals in a shorter span. Despite this flawed reasoning, it becomes even more ludicrous when examining the specific circumstances of LeBron's finals appearances. Throughout his career, LeBron played in a weakened Eastern Conference, which significantly contributed to his extended finals runs. LeBron entered the NBA at 19 in the 2003 to 2004 season and benefited from joining a declining Eastern Conference. Over his 15 seasons in the Eastern Conference, he made 9 of his 10 career finals appearances, including the famous 8 straight from 2003 to 2018. However, during these 15 years, the Western Conference consistently outperformed the East. The West won the season series against the East 14 times out of 15, with the only exception being the 2008 to 2009 season when LeBron did not make it to the finals. Overall, in LeBron's 15 years in the Eastern Conference, the West held a dominant head-to-head record of 3,695 wins to 2,845 losses, resulting in a winning percentage of just 43% for the East. But before we continue, make sure to like and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm. The Western Conference's dominance over the vastly inferior Eastern Conference during LeBron's tenure in the East highlights the disparity in competition between the two conferences. LeBron's extended success in reaching the finals must be considered in the context of the weaker competition in the East. During LeBron James' 15-year tenure in the Eastern Conference, the Western Conference dominated due to the presence of top-tier players. Out of 225 All-NBA first, second, and third team selections from 2003 to 2018, 147 were from the Western Conference, leaving only 34 from the Eastern Conference. Despite this disparity, LeBron's supposed dominance of the East is often glorified, especially his 2007 season when he carried a team to the finals without defeating any team with a winning record in the playoffs. His opponents, the Wizards and Nets, were both 41 and 41 that season. In the Eastern Conference Finals, his 50-win Cavaliers faced a 53-win Pistons team that had lost its defensive anchor, Ben Wallace, and lacked a player averaging over 20 points per game. Despite leading the league in wins in 2 of those years and winning league MVP, LeBron did not make it to the finals in the following 3 seasons, with other players winning the championship instead. LeBron then joined forces with Dwyane Wade in Miami, where 10 of the 15 All-NBA players in the 2009 to 2010 season were from the West, including Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, Carmelo Anthony, Amari Stoudemire, and Steve Nash. The top 2 players in the East at that time were LeBron and Wade, who teamed up in what was perceived as a lopsided move to the weaker conference. This alliance raised questions about the inevitable outcome, considering the talent concentration in the West. LeBron's move to Miami, symbolized by his infamous "taking my talents to South Beach" announcement, stirred controversy and scrutiny. Critics argued that teaming up with Wade, another top-tier player in the East, was a calculated move that diluted the competitive balance between the conferences. This decision was seen as a strategic move to enhance LeBron's chances of winning championships, given the lack of comparable talent in the East compared to the West. The Miami Heat's 4 consecutive finals appearances during LeBron James's tenure with the team are often seen as a mixed achievement. While reaching the finals 4 times in a row is a noteworthy feat, the context surrounding these appearances raises questions about their significance. LeBron James himself set high expectations for the team, predicting they would win not just 1 or 2 championships, but an ambitious 8 titles.
But we also know you 3 kings came down here to win championships. Not one, championships.
Not two.
LeBron, tell us about that.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7.
However, they fell short of this lofty goal, winning only 2 championships during that period. This disparity between expectation and achievement has led many to view their finals runs as a disappointment rather than a triumph. During these 4 finals runs, the Heat faced a relatively weak field in the Eastern Conference playoffs. Out of their 12 opponents, only 4 were 50-win teams. Even in 2012, when the Indiana Pacers had a 42-24 record in a strike-shortened season, their win percentage projected to 50 wins in a full 82-game year. This means that the Heat's path to the finals was not as challenging as one might expect for a team with LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and other elite role players. When it came to facing teams from the Western Conference in the finals, LeBron's record was less impressive. He lost 2 out of 4 finals against Western Conference opponents, highlighting the tougher competition they faced in those matchups. After his time with the Heat, LeBron moved on to the Cleveland Cavaliers, where he formed another super team with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. This team faced a more formidable path to the finals, encountering 7 50-win teams out of their 12 opponents. Despite this tougher competition, LeBron managed to reach 4 more NBA Finals, bringing his total consecutive finals appearances to 8. Throughout this period, the strongest opponent LeBron faced in the Eastern Conference was the Toronto Raptors, led by DeMar DeRozan. This suggests that while LeBron's teams were dominant in the East, their success may have been inflated by the relatively weaker competition compared to the Western Conference. Over the course of 9 years, LeBron James reached the NBA Finals from the Eastern Conference, facing a total of 27 opponents in the Eastern Conference playoffs. Out of these opponents, 12 teams had won at least 50 games in the season, accounting for 44% of his opposition. Among the notable players in the conference during this time were Paul George and DeMar DeRozan. Comparatively, Kobe Bryant made 7 NBA Finals appearances from 1999 to 2010 in the Western Conference. During this period, he faced 21 opponents in the Western Conference playoffs, with 17 of these teams having won at least 50 games, representing 81% of his opposition. Other top players in the conference at that time included Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, and Kevin Durant. The debate arises as to which feat is more impressive. Critics of LeBron's mythos surrounding his 8 straight finals appearances argue that he would not have been able to achieve this in the Western Conference. After experiencing a significant defeat in the 2017 to 2018 finals, LeBron moved to the Western Conference. In his 5 years there, he missed the playoffs twice, lost in the first round once, got swept in the Western Conference Finals, and won an NBA title in a unique season affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. LeBron James's career field goal percentage, often cited as a testament to his scoring efficiency, can be misleading upon closer examination. While he excels in shooting a high percentage on dunks and layups, which are facilitated by the era's emphasis on open lanes and favorable foul calls, his shooting percentages from distance paint a different picture. From beyond the arc, LeBron's three-point field goal percentage stands at 34.5%, which falls below the league average. Similarly, his shooting percentages from mid-range areas are also below par, with 16 feet to three-point at 38%, 10 feet to 16 feet at 36%, and 3 feet, 10 feet at 42%, all below the league average. The only area where LeBron significantly outperforms the league average is in close-range shots, with a remarkable 74% field goal percentage from 0 feet, 3 feet. When considering these numbers, it becomes clear that LeBron James is a below-average shooter from most areas on the court, not just compared to elite shooters, but also compared to average players. Another aspect that raises questions about LeBron's perceived clutchness is his performance in clutch situations. Despite being lauded for his ability to deliver in crucial moments, a closer look at his statistics in these scenarios reveals a different story. According to ShotFinder data, LeBron has attempted 113 field goals in the last 5 seconds of a game, making only 20 of them, resulting in a clutch field goal percentage of 17%. These numbers suggest that LeBron's performance in clutch moments, at least in terms of shot-making efficiency, is subpar compared to his overall career performance. When it comes to missed shots, a statistic often scrutinized in evaluating players' scoring efficiency, LeBron James has accumulated the second most missed shots in NBA history, currently totaling 13,892. This places him behind only Kobe Bryant in this statistic, and he is on track to surpass Kobe in the near future. This statistic raises questions about LeBron's shot selection and efficiency, especially when compared to other all-time greats. Turnovers are another area where LeBron's performance raises eyebrows. He currently holds the record for the most turnovers by any player in NBA history, totaling 5,023 and counting. His turnover per game average of 3.5 is second only to Russell Westbrook. This statistic highlights LeBron's tendency to commit turnovers, which can be detrimental to his team's performance and raises questions about his decision-making on the court. During the surreal tournament in the Disney bubble, Anthony Davis led the entire NBA playoffs in both scoring and win shares for the championship Lakers. Despite these achievements, some media outlets and individuals who lack a deep understanding of NBA history portray LeBron as having faced tougher competition throughout his career. However, when analyzing the Eastern Conference's level of competition and LeBron's championship runs, his playoff accomplishments are argued to be among the least impressive among all-time greats. Furthermore, he achieved these feats in significantly more time than many other players he is compared to. Yet, as is often the case, the myth, lore, and legend built around LeBron James tend to surpass the actual reality.